Hi, I'm Jody, the instructional specialist with Excel, and today I'd like to provide a brief tutorial on how to use College Essentials. So College Essentials is a completely web-based program that's provided by Essential Education. And most students use College Essentials in one of two ways. The first is to prepare for a college entrance or placement exam, such as the AccuPlacer or something similar. And this provides just a quick review of those subject matters that they will encounter, that students will encounter on that placement or entrance exam. The other way that students use College Essentials is to prepare maybe in a particular area where they don't feel really comfortable. Maybe let's say it's reading, academic reading. They want a little more practice with that before college starts or before they take a college course. And so they might enroll in College Essentials with the Excel program, and we provide this service. So let's go ahead and get started. As far as browsers go with College Essentials, Chrome, Mozilla, and Firefox work quite well. I use Chrome, but I know others who are perfectly successful using Mozilla or Firefox. Internet Explorer sometimes will not support the graphics. So anyway, you can give it a try and see which one you prefer. But you enter the web address, which is quite long. The good news is your computer will remember it after going there a couple of times. But it's really, really important that you include the whole web address. So it's www.essentialed.com/start/WNC. And it needs to include especially the start and the WNC. Otherwise, you'll be taken to a different platform that also belongs to Essential Ed. It will look exactly the same, but when you go to log in, your credentials won't work. Okay. I know this is a demo student, and oftentimes your username will be your email. So be prepared for that. It'll either be the email or some sort of shortened version of your name. There's also a password. Don't worry. You don't have to remember all of this. When you sign up with Excel, when you enroll and you express your interest in using College Essentials, we give you a sheet that has the login information, your username, and password. So it's all in one place. And I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay. This particular demo student has access to several different courses of study. Chances are, if you're interested in College Essentials, that's the only one that you will have available. And so in order to enter, you just click on the blue link. My demo student looks like has already started some classes, so that will be helpful. This little question always pops up, and you need to answer it before doing any work. 9 times out of 10, your answer is no, because most of you are using College Essentials on your own time. You're studying at home, at the coffee shop, wherever you prefer to study online. And so you would choose no. The only time yes is ever chosen is if you're actually studying in a class with an instructor. Okay, so we're going to choose no. Okay, this particular demo student has already started each one of these subject areas. I know this. So I want to show you something on a different place. Once you start, when you begin College Essentials, it will ask you something like this. It doesn't ask about a practice test, but it will say that you need to start the self-assessment or you need to take a brief assessment. Okay, that's a good thing. I know some students prefer not to take assessments before getting started. It's a little nerve-wracking, but don't stress. This assessment is really important and designed to save you time. Basically, what the assessment does is kind of makes note, gives you a quick test, quick assessment, and it makes note of what you understand, what concepts you understand, and what you know already. Because this system is very efficient and effective, and you're much more efficient if you're not spending time studying things you already know, or not reviewing things that you already remember and know 100% or 90%. So basically, from that assessment, this particular student is working in math right now. The college essentials is highlighted in yellow, the math is blue, and we can just look at the titles of the lessons and understand 100% that it's mathematics. So basically, the student take the assessment and already passed out of the basics. So he or she is beginning in the intermediate level. Okay, so that's excellent. It means not a lot of time is spent reviewing or doing work that doesn't need to be done. Okay. So in this particular case, we're looking at expressions, equations, and inequalities. You can do the lesson, which takes about 25 minutes, or you can come down here right under Start Lesson and test out of, or try to test out of the topic. I would recommend always doing that for a couple of reasons. If you understand the concept and test out of it, it saves you time. If you don't, it's okay. Let's say you tried to test out and ended up with the 60%, which wouldn't deem you ready to go on. So what you've done by trying to test out is expose yourself to the types of questions that you'll encounter on that placement exam or entrance exam, and the types of questions they ask, how they ask the questions, what types of vocabulary, what types of vocabulary are used in the questions, all of those things. So I think it's a really good preparation tool, and it often saves you time. You're never cheating yourself. Let's say you tried to test out. I'm just going to go there to show you what it looks like. It looks like a brief lesson. And so basically you've got your question and your multiple choice answers. And if you don't pass or test out of a particular area, that option goes away. So when you go back to your home page, the only way that you can move on in this particular subject matter is to do the lesson. Okay, and I want to show you this just really quick. I'm going to pick any old answer. We'll just see. Oh, it figures. I got it right. So it's also a good teaching activity. So I just fully guessed at that. I didn't even read it very carefully, but I just guessed, and I got it right. So, but I really don't know why I got it right exactly. So I should definitely see the solution. And basically it gives me the information, the solution and the correct answer. So, and that would happen if I got it wrong. We'll just go on to the next question. I'm going to choose this. I hope it's wrong. Okay, it is incorrect. So that's good. I just continue, and it gives me the solution, explaining why my answer was wrong. So it's a great teaching tool. And we're going to go back. Okay. So this is your dashboard, your home page, and I showed you how to test out of something. We have practice tests built in between the levels. So there's a practice test between basics, between intermediate and advanced. So between each level, there's a practice test. If you want access to one of those practice tests, you can ask the navigator, the person, or just call the Excel office and just say, I need somebody to assign an extra practice test for me. I'm in College Essentials and I'd like the practice test in math and reading. And the instructor will make that happen. And it'll show up right up here where your learning plan is. There's a review, And then there's also an assignment task. And any time an instructor or a navigator assigns a practice test for you, that would show up under the assignment tab. There's also a place where you can communicate with the system, with the navigator or whoever's watching your account. Please know that you're never in this alone. Once you've registered and enrolled with Excel, we can provide a tutor for you if you get stuck, and that tutor can meet with you virtually using WC Online through the college or Zoom or something like that, or the tutor can meet with you in person, face-to-face. So just know that you're never alone. There's always some extra help. Don't feel like you have to quit if you get stuck, because that's not the case. So basically you can message. It works just pretty much like email. You can see I have a draft that I was going to send but didn't send the student. I can compose a message to someone. Let's just say, since I'm the person navigating and showing you this video, I am going to send it to myself. And let's just say I need a practice test. And you can just say, please, may I have a test in math and reading, and just send it. Okay. When the instructor or navigator corresponds with you, you will have a number above your messages right up here in the upper right. I'm going to go back to the course. So your progress is tracked right over here under progress. Study time, this particular student has a goal of 7 hours per week, and she is not doing a very good job of meeting her goal, because I can tell already that Friday is the only day where any work's been done, and we're still talking less than 5 minutes. Okay, so it's good that it's a demo student. If it was a real student, that student could expect an outreach call asking how we can help that student meet those goals. Okay, there's also tutorial videos, so how to best use the system. Let's see, at the very, not in this case, let's pop over to writing. Again, much the same. There's a tutorial video, the tracking of the time, subject areas that are occurring. You can tell this particular student is almost finished with the basics in writing. Looks like the student may have already tried to test out, because the test out option is not there. The only way the student can move forward is to start the lesson. And we can kind of see that down here, because there is a 60% and it's gold. And so we have a needs to study information there. So basically that's what happened. The student tried to take the test, did not pass the test, had a 60%. And so the only way she can move on, or he can move on, is to start the lesson. Okay, there's also some ideas to review, and anything blue is linked. You can move there. It also has some recommended workbook review. You actually don't have, we have access to these books should you need it, but it's really not necessary. Everything that you really need to be successful is included within the program. You just might want to review, some of these, avoiding the shifts in person, using pronouns, the misplaced modifiers, that sort of thing. Okay. You can also go down here and choose a specific lesson. So you may want to look at, clear language, or perhaps even the writing basics, something like that. So there's always, you will never run out of activities to use with this particular program. So I think I've covered everything that you need to know to get started. Remember, whenever you begin a new subject area, if you haven't studied it before, you're going to get that message that says you need to complete the assessment. It's not particularly long, probably 20 to 30 minutes, but that will open up your home page or your homeroom and allow you to begin the lessons. So I hope you enjoy the program. It's a great tool to help you prepare for college, whether it's the college placement or entrance exam, or just reviewing a subject matter so you feel more comfortable when you begin your class. So take care, and if you have any questions or need some help, please reach out to the Excel office. Bye.